A lot of students are interested in marketing in FIRST Robotics, but they aren't sure on who should do what. So here are the primary roles that students should play to build an effective marketing team that runs like a well-designed robot. So your marketing team can be broken up into 3 primary roles. The first of which is the content strategist. The content strategist's job is to plan out what to post and when to post. They're always keeping things aligned with the team's goals and objectives, and they're your primary idea generator. You can think of them as like your CAD designer, basically planning out your marketing in advance before you actually start doing anything. Now, if your team struggles with what to post and when to post, I've got a video up here from Web Robotics at the First Championships that actually outlines an exact strategy of what your team can be posting every single day of the week that is super helpful. The second primary role on your marketing team is the content creator, and their job is to take the ideas from the content strategist and turn them into reality. This is usually going to be done through photos, videos, graphics, or written word. Now, if you have enough students on your team to designate as photographers or videographers only, you can do that to make it a little bit more streamlined. I would highly encourage any students as content creators on your team to learn not only photography, but also videography, learning how to write well when it comes to writing copy for social media posts, and graphic designs using Canva. Think of these students as your robot builders that are essentially taking your CAD design from your social media strategist and turning it into a robot. The third and last role on your marketing team is the community manager. Your community manager's primary role is to put the content that you're making out onto social media and other platforms. They're going to be the one responding to comments, responding to messages, and essentially building a relationship with your audience that is seeing your content. They should also be tracking the posts that are doing well on your social media and the posts that aren't, and trying to learn what trends that your team is doing that is getting you better engagement and better views, so you can replicate that to grow your social media. You can basically think of this person as the bridge between your team and your community. Assigning these roles out will give students more direction on a day-to-day basis, make things way less chaotic, and feel a lot more streamlined. Now, students can play multiple of these roles, but the less that you have them split their attention, the more efficient they're going to be at their primary role. Usually on my team, when it comes to content strategist, I play that primary role just because I have more knowledge of how often we should be posting and what we should be posting. But the idea generation definitely comes from my students in terms of what we want to be posting and making content about. If you have a student on your team who really understands how to make good, fun, engaging content that does well on social media, give them free rein to be creative, and maybe just help them to stay consistent in terms of how often are you posting per week. As for the content creator roles on my team, most of the time we do tend to assign those out to students that want to do photography or want to do videography or maybe only do graphic design of some kind. But encourage all of your students, again, to learn as many of these skills as possible because it's going to make them better content creators going forward. Now, the last role as community manager often falls on a coach or mentor to do, mainly because a lot of teams have the coach or mentor be the person who can post on social media and see those pages. But by all means, if you have a student that you feel is responsible, that you trust to represent the team well, let them be the one to respond to comments and message people back. This gives them good practice at basically handling social media in a professional manner. So assign these roles out to your students on your marketing team and see how drastically it changes your workflow for the next 30 days. Now, if you got value out of this video, consider subscribing to my channel because when it comes to marketing in FIRST Robotics, that's all that I talk about. If you want to learn more about marketing in FIRST Robotics, check out some of the other videos on my channel where I go over best practices, tips and tricks, and marketing strategy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful for you. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.